obviously, to wear sunscreen every day when you're spending time outside, especially by the water where sunburns can happen very, very quickly.
Yes, but did you know that countries in Europe and Asia have better sunscreen than here in the United States, which I did not know. So to help explain why, let's bring in Dr. Anthony Rossi, a board-certified dermatologist. Thank you so much for joining us. And I just want to kick it off with this question. Why is the U.S. lagging behind other countries when it comes to sunscreen advancements?
Thank you so much for having me, and good morning. Yes, so, unfortunately, we are a little behind the curve when it comes to sunscreen ingredients, and mainly because there's been a law in place from 1938 that said sunscreen is regulated as a drug in the U.S. So unlike other countries where they're considered cosmetics, these sunscreen ingredients are going through rigorous testing to make sure that they're safe for consumer use. Mainly also, that law requires animal testing, which many companies and many people don't want these ingredients to be tested on animals.
Okay, well, when could we see the type of sunscreens that you have over in Europe on the other side of the pond? When can we see them here available in the United States?
Just to be clear, we do have great sunscreens in the U.S., and there are broad spectrum ingredients that I encourage all of our people to use. But the ingredients in Europe and Asia, they're more wide spectrum. So that's why people like them, because they cover a more wider range of UVA and UVB. And they're also a bit more photostable than some of the other ingredients that we have in the US. But there is a bipartisan bill that's going on now in the House that actually calls for the FDA to improve their sort of approval process of these new ingredients, this FDA Modernization Act. So hopefully that will go through.
Yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, hopefully that will go through, and that'll ease the regulation, at least take away the animal testing that's needed for these ingredients.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, will these improved sunscreens wash off in the water as easily, or will we need to reapply it as frequently as we do now?
That's a great question. So the ingredients are what we are talking about that are blocking UVA and UVB, but the formulations, are different all across the world. And, as a dermatologist, I never say anything is waterproof. I don't want people to think that that term exists. So things may be a bit water resistant and sweat resistant, but we encourage reapplication after getting out of the water or after heavy sweating, from exercise or sport. So we really encourage people to reapply every 2 hours, get a good coat back on. And even after the water, even if something's water resistant, we really want you to reapply because it's just going to improve the coverage.
Okay, I guess reapplying is everything. Dr. Rossi, I can remember my sisters back in the 70s putting baby oil on before they would go out in the sun. What are some other recommendations that you would have using sunscreen? Sometimes protective clothing, can that help, like a T-shirt or a long sleeve shirt?
Definitely. So I know I'm a Mohs surgeon, so many of my patients remind me that they were using baby oil or betadine to enhance a sunburn, which makes me cringe. But, besides sunscreen, besides sunscreen, you definitely want to wear a hat, protect your ears. The ears and the nasal tip are some of the most common locations to get skin cancer from the sun. You also want to wear sunglasses. It protects your eyes. The UV rays can cause cataracts later on, but it also protects the very sensitive skin right under the eye. So even if you're not reapplying, if you're wearing, a hat, a sun shirt, sunglasses, that can really protect the skin from sunburns, throughout the day.
All right, Dr. Anthony Rossi, thank you so much for all of that great information. We hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. And thanks for keeping us safe in the sun.